The days passed quickly on Zephyra, and Princess Mira and Aaron grew closer each morning. The sun's soft light filled the palace halls as they met to share stories about their worlds. Aaron was eager to learn about Zephyra, and Mira was curious about Earth. Together, they discovered many differences and some surprising similarities. One morning, Aaron showed Mira a small book from Earth. It was filled with pictures and simple words. "This is called a storybook," he explained. "People on Earth read stories to learn and imagine new things." Mira smiled as she touched the pages. She loved stories too. Her people told stories about stars, animals, and heroes. "We also have stories," she said. "They teach us about life and the world around us." Aaron and Mira took turns sharing stories. Aaron told her about Earth's oceans, where giant whales sang songs under the water. Mira told him about Zephyr's glowing forests, where plants shine like lanterns at night. They laughed at the strange sounds each other made when trying new words. As the days grew warmer, Aaron invited Mira to try something new. "On Earth, people play a game called throw and catch," he said, holding a small round ball. "Would you like to try?" Mira was unsure at first. She had never played such a game. But Aaron's smile was kind, and she wanted to learn soon. They were tossing the ball back and forth in the palace garden. Mira's laughter echoed through the air as she caught the ball, her eyes shining with joy. Their friendship blossomed with each new experience. Aaron showed Mira how humans used music to express feelings. He played a small device that made soft, beautiful sounds. Mira listened carefully, feeling the music move her heart. Then she sang a song from Zephyra, a gentle melody about the stars and the night sky. Aaron clapped his hands and smiled widely. But it was not only fun and games. Aaron and Mira also talked about serious things. Aaron told her about Earth's problems, how some people forgot to care for nature or for each other. Mira shared how her people tried to live in harmony, respecting all life and the balance of the stars. Sometimes Aaron looked thoughtful. "On Earth, we are still learning," he said. "We want to be better, to take care of our world and each other." Mira nodded. "We all have challenges," she said softly. "But if we share what we know, we can help one another." The palace staff watched these meetings with growing interest. Some whispered about Aaron's strange ways. Others admired his kindness and respect for their traditions. Queen Isla spoke with her advisors, but left Mira free to spend time with Aaron. One afternoon, Mira took Aaron to the Hall of Stars, a special place inside the palace. The walls were covered with glowing crystals that showed pictures of the stars and planets near Zephyra. "This hall tells our history," Mira explained. "Each star is a story of our people." Aaron walked slowly, looking at the lights. "Your world is very beautiful," he said. "I have never seen anything like this." Mira smiled. "Thank you. It means a lot to me." As they stood together in the soft glow, Mira felt a warmth she could not explain. Aaron looked at her with gentle eyes. For a moment, they were not just from different worlds, they were two friends who understood each other. That night, after Aaron returned to his room, Mira lay awake thinking. She realized she was learning more than just stories and games. She was learning what it meant to care for someone different, to see the world through new eyes. The stars outside her window seemed brighter than before, and Mira whispered a quiet hope into the night. Maybe this friendship will change everything. The days on Zephyr moved gently, yet something new stirred quietly between Princess Mira and Aaron. Their friendship was no longer just about sharing stories or learning new games. It was becoming something deeper, though neither of them spoke about it yet. Each morning, Aaron arrived at the palace courtyard with a smile that made Mira's heart beat a little faster. They would walk together among the tall crystal trees, their branches glowing softly in the light. Mira showed Aaron how to listen to the wind's songs, and Aaron shared tales of Earth's morning sun rises. One day, Aaron brought a small gift, a smooth stone with colors that shifted like the ocean waves. "On Earth, we give gifts to show care," he explained. Mira accepted it with a shy smile. It was the first time she had received something so simple, yet so meaningful. Their talks became longer, filled with questions and dreams. Mira told Aaron about her hopes for Zephyr world where peace lasted and every creature was safe. Aaron shared his wish to explore many planets and meet many people, to learn and help where he could. Sometimes, Mira wondered what it was like to live on Earth. She imagined vast cities, busy with people and lights. Aaron told her about Earth's many colors and sounds, the laughter of children, the noise of markets, and the quiet of forests at night when the two suns set and the violet sky darkened. Mira and Aaron would sit on the palace roof. They watched as stars blinked awake, painting the sky with light. It was their favorite time. The world felt still, and they could speak freely. "I never thought I would find a friend like you here," Mira said one evening, her voice soft. Aaron looked at her, his eyes reflecting the stars. "I feel the same," he replied. "You are brave and kind. You make Zephyr feel like home." Mira blushed, a warm feeling spreading inside her. She didn't fully understand it, but it was good. One afternoon, Mira invited Aaron to join a special meal with her family. The royal table was set with glowing fruits and sweet drinks from Zephyr's forests. The queen welcomed Aaron warmly, and the other family members nodded with respect during the meal. Aaron shared stories of Earth's festival celebrations filled with music, dance, and lights. Mira's eyes sparkled with excitement. "We have festivals too," she said. "Maybe you can join us for the next one." Aaron nodded eagerly. "I would love that." After the meal, Mira and Aaron walked through the palace halls, their hands brushing accidentally. Both noticed but said nothing. It was a new feeling, something unspoken but understood. Meanwhile, some palace members watched the growing closeness with mixed feelings. Some worried about a human entering the royal life, while others hoped this friendship could bring new hope. One day, a trusted advisor spoke to Queen Isla. "Your Majesty, the human is kind, but we must be careful. Our traditions are strong, and this change may bring challenges." The queen nodded thoughtfully. "I trust Mira's judgment. She knows what is best for her people." Mira heard of these concerns and felt a weight on her shoulders. She wanted to protect Aaron and her world. She knew that what she felt was different, but it was true. That evening, Mira found Aaron in the palace garden, sitting beneath a glowing tree. "I want you to know," she said, "that you are welcome here, no matter what others say." Aaron smiled, his eyes shining. "Thank you, Mira. You are brave to say that." They sat quietly, watching the stars above. The bond between them was no longer just friendship. It was something that promised a new future. Mira did not know what that future held, but for the first time, she was ready to face it with Aaron by her side. The Festival of Stars was the most important celebration on Zephyr. It was a time when all the people came together to honor the bright lights that guided their ancestors and kept their world safe. The whole kingdom prepared for the event with joy and excitement. The streets were decorated with glowing flowers and shimmering ribbons, and soft music filled the air. Princess Mira was especially excited this year. She wanted to share the festival with Aaron. She hoped that by experiencing her world's traditions, Aaron would feel more at home on Zephyr. On the morning of the festival, Mira and Aaron met in the palace garden. Mira wore a simple, flowing dress woven with threads that sparkled like stars. Aaron wore a clean, silver outfit that reflected the light around him. "Are you ready?" Mira asked, smiling brightly. Aaron nodded. "I'm ready to learn and celebrate with you." Together, they walked through the palace gates and into the busy streets. People greeted Mira with warm smiles and respectful bows. Some looked curiously at Aaron, but Mira held his hand firmly, showing that he was her friend and honored guest. The festival began with a ceremony at the central plaza. The queen spoke about the stars and their importance to Zephyr's people. Then, the crowd released thousands of small glowing lanterns into the darkening sky. The lanterns floated upward like gentle fireflies, lighting the night. Aaron watched in awe. "On Earth, we also release lights in the sky during special times," he said softly. "It feels like a message of hope." Mira smiled. "It is. It reminds us that even in darkness, there is light." After the ceremony, music filled the plaza. People danced with joy, their movements flowing like the wind. Mira invited Aaron to join. At first, he was unsure, but with her encouragement, he moved slowly to the rhythm. Soon, they were dancing together, laughing as they tried to match the steps. As the night grew deeper, a storyteller took the stage. She told ancient tales of Zephyr's heroes, brave beings, who had protected the stars and brought peace to the land. Aaron listened closely, feeling the power of the stories. When the storyteller finished, the crowd was silent for a moment. Then, the queen invited Mira and Aaron to light a special star lantern together. The lantern was larger than the others and held a bright, shining crystal inside. Mira and Aaron held the lantern's handles side by side. With a gentle breath, they released it into the sky. The lantern rose slowly, its light growing brighter. As it floated higher, the people cheered, their faces glowing with happiness. Mira felt her heart warm as she looked at Aaron. "Thank you for sharing this with me," she said. Aaron smiled back. "Thank you for letting me be part of your world." As the festival came to an end, they walked through the quiet streets, now soft with moonlight. Mira stopped and looked at Aaron. "There is something I want to tell you," she said, her voice gentle but serious. Aaron looked into her eyes, waiting. "I feel different when I am with you," she said, blushing slightly. "I did not expect this." Aaron reached out and took her hand. "I feel the same. I never thought I could care for someone from another world like this." For a moment, they stood close, their hands joined and hearts beating fast. The stars above seemed to shine brighter, as if blessing their new feelings. But the night also held quiet shadows. Not everyone in the kingdom was ready for such a bond between a human and the alien. "Princess," some whispered in the dark, unsure of what the future might bring. Mira knew challenges were coming, but for now, she was happy. The Festival of Stars had shown her that light could shine in even the most unexpected places. Together, they walked back to the palace, ready to face whatever came next with hope, courage, and the promise of something new. The days after the Festival of Stars were filled with quiet excitement and thoughtful moments. Princess Mira and Aaron spent more time together, their bond growing stronger with each passing hour. The glow from the festival still lingered in their hearts, lighting their way. One afternoon, Aaron asked Mira to meet him in the palace's highest tower. The tower was a special place with large windows that looked out over the entire kingdom. The sun was setting, painting the sky with soft orange and pink colors. Mira climbed the stairs quickly, her heart beating fast. She wondered what Aaron wanted to say. When she reached the top, Aaron was already there, standing by the window, looking at the distant mountains. "Hello, Mira," Aaron said softly. "Thank you for coming." Mira smiled and stood beside him. The warm light surrounded them both, making the moment feel calm and peaceful. Aaron took a deep breath and looked into Mira's eyes. "There is something important I want to tell you," he said. "I have never felt this way before, but I believe what I feel is true." Mira's cheeks turned a soft pink. She waited quietly, her heart full of hope and nervousness. Aaron reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, glowing crystal. It was smooth and bright, shining with a light that seemed to come from the stars themselves. "In my world, this crystal is a symbol of promise," Aaron said. "It means that people care for each other and want to share their lives." Mira's eyes widened in surprise. She had never seen such a beautiful thing. Aaron continued, "Mira, will you be my partner? Will you share your life with me?" For a moment, time seemed to stop. Mira felt a rush of emotions, joy, surprise, and a warmth that filled her entire being. She never expected a human to ask her this. She never imagined this moment would come. Slowly, Mira smiled and nodded. "Yes, Aaron," she said softly. "I will." Aaron's face lit up with happiness. He placed the glowing crystal gently in her hand. The light from the crystal spread warmth between them, as if their hearts were connected by its glow. The palace seemed to hold its breath. The two stood together, ready to face whatever the future might bring. News of the proposal spread quickly through the palace and beyond. Some were shocked, others whispered in surprise, but many admired the courage of the princess and the human explorer. Queen Isla, Mira's mother, spoke with calm and wisdom. Love and friendship can build bridges where none existed, she said. We will see where this path leads. Still, not everyone was happy. Some council members worried about the future and the traditions that might change. They called secret meetings to discuss what should be done. But Mira and Aaron stood strong. They knew their bond was more than just friendship. It was a promise to walk together into the unknown, to learn and grow as one. One evening, as the twin moons rose in the sky, Mira and Aaron walked in the palace garden. The glowing flowers shone softly around them, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of night blossoms. Aaron took Mira's hand again. No matter what challenges come, he said, I will stand by you. Mira looked into his eyes, feeling brave and hopeful. And I will stand by you. Together, they looked up at the stars, shining like tiny diamonds in the dark sky. Their hearts were full of dreams and promises. The journey ahead would not be easy, but it was theirs to take. With courage and love, they would face whatever the future held. For now, the palace was quiet, but the story of the human and the alien princess was just beginning. After the proposal, the palace was filled with both hope and tension. News of Aaron and Princess Mira's promise spread quickly, reaching every corner of Zephyra. While many celebrated the bond between the human and the alien princess, some were worried and afraid of change. The royal council called a meeting. The elders spoke in serious voices about the future of the kingdom. We respect the princess's choice, one elder said, but humans are different from us. Their ways and customs may not fit with Zephyr's traditions. Others nodded. Our people have always kept the balance of the stars. We must protect that balance. Princess Mira overheard these words and felt a heavy weight on her heart. She knew her decision was not simple. It was not just about her feelings, it was about her people, her family, and the future of ZEP Horror. Aaron, too, felt the pressure. He wanted to show everyone that he was worthy of Mira's trust and love. He spent long hours learning more about Zephyr's history, customs, and ways. He met with scholars and elders, asking questions with respect and patience. One day, Queen Isla called Aaron to her chamber. She looked at him with calm eyes. Aaron, she said gently, you must understand our world if you want to be part of it. It is not just about love. It is about responsibility. Aaron nodded. I want to learn and grow. I want to help build a future where our worlds can live together. The queen smiled slightly. That is the spirit we need. Despite the challenges, Mira and Aaron found strength in each other. They met every day in the palace gardens, speaking openly about their fears and hopes. I know some people doubt us, Mira said one afternoon, but I believe love can change minds. Aaron squeezed her hand. Together, we can show them, too. Prove their commitment. Aaron began helping the people of Zephyra. He joined the workers in the fields and learned to care for the glowing plants. He helped repair homes damaged by storms and listened to the stories of the elders. Slowly, the people saw Aaron's kindness and hard work. They began to accept him not just as a visitor, but as someone who cared deeply for their world. One day, a group of children approached Aaron. They asked him to teach them about Earth's games and music. Aaron laughed with joy and spent the afternoon sharing his stories and songs. Mira watched from a distance, her heart full of pride. She knew their journey was difficult, but it was worth it. However, not all challenges were easy to face. Some council members continued to question the future. They feared that the bond between human and alien could bring danger. One evening, a group of officials requested a private meeting with Queen Isla. They urged her to reconsider the proposal, warning of possible unrest among the people. The queen listened carefully, then spoke with firm voice. Change is never easy, but we cannot live in fear of the unknown. We must trust Mira and Aaron to lead with wisdom. The council members left, some still uncertain, but the queen's words had strength. Meanwhile, Mira and Aaron planned for their future. They dreamed of a world where humans and aliens lived in peace, learning from each other's strengths. Together, they began organizing events to bring their people closer. They invited humans and aliens to share meals, music, and stories. Slowly, walls of doubt started to crumble. One special day, Aaron stood before a crowd of Zephyr's citizens. He spoke honestly and humbly about his love for Mira and his respect for her people. The crowd listened quietly, many nodding in approval. Mira stood beside him, her hand in his. She knew this was only the beginning of a long journey, but they were ready. The stars above Zephyr shone brightly that night, as if celebrating the courage of two hearts daring to unite worlds. The days grew brighter on Zephyr, carrying with them a sense of hope and change. After all the talks, challenges, and small victories, Princess Mira and Aaron stood together, ready to build a future that no one had imagined before. The Queen had given her blessing. The council, though cautious, began to open their minds to new possibilities. The people of Zephyr, once unsure, now looked at the human and the princess with curiosity and growing respect. Mira and Aaron worked side by side. They organized gatherings where humans and aliens shared songs, dances, and food. The palace gardens became a place of friendship, laughter, and learning. Children from both worlds played together, their joyful voices filling the air. One afternoon, Mira stood with Aaron near a glowing tree, its light soft and warm. "I never thought this day would come," she said quietly. Aaron smiled. "Neither did I. But here we are together." Mira looked up at the stars twinkling above. "Our worlds are so different, yet we found a way to connect." "Yes," Aaron agreed. "It is not about where we come from, but where we go together." Word of their union spread beyond Zephyr. Other planets and peoples heard of the human and the alien princess, who dared to unite their worlds with love and respect. Many were inspired, and invitations arrived for Mira and Aaron to visit new places and share their story. Despite the excitement, Mira and Aaron stayed grounded. They knew that true friendship and peace took time and patience. Every day was a chance to learn, to listen, and to grow. One evening, as the twin moons rose in the sky, the palace held a special ceremony. Friends and leaders gathered to celebrate the official joining of Mira and Aaron, not just as partners, but as symbols of hope for a new era. Queen Hyla spoke to the crowd, her voice steady and full of pride. "Today, we honor the courage to open hearts and minds." Mira and Aaron remind us that love can cross stars and bring light where there was darkness. Mira and Aaron exchanged simple bands made from the glowing threads of Zephyr's rare plants. The bands symbolized their promise to walk life's path together, side by side. As they stood hand in hand, Mira felt the warmth of the moment. She thought of the lonely days before Aaron's arrival and smiled at how much had changed. After the ceremony, the celebration continued with music and dance. Mira and Aaron joined the crowd, their smiles bright. Children ran around, playing games from Earth and Zephyr alike. In that joyful night, a new chapter began, not only for the princess and the human, but for all who dreamed of peace and friendship among the stars. Before long, Mira and Aaron prepared to journey beyond Zephyr. Together, they would explore new worlds, learn new stories, and build bridges between people of many kinds. As they boarded their shining ship, Mira looked back at her home one last time. The violet sky was clear, and the stars sparkled like diamonds, with Aaron by her side. She felt ready for whatever adventures awaited. Their hearts were full of hope, courage, and love. The universe was vast and wide, but together they knew they could find light anywhere, and so the story of the alien princess and the human explorer became a tale told across galaxies. A story of friendship, bravery, and the beautiful power of a simple promise. The big ship moved slowly through the dark space. Inside, a small team of humans prepared for their mission. The leader of the group was a soldier named Mark. He was tall and strong. He had seen many battles, but this mission was very different. Mark looked at the stars outside the window. Far away, a strange blue planet shone in the sky. This planet was home to an alien species. They were strong and smart. Their leader was the alien queen, Zara. She was known to be proud and very harsh. Many feared her. The humans' job was to meet her and try to make peace. Mark's team was small but ready. They had good weapons and technology. But Mark knew this was not just about fighting. It was about talking and understanding. He wanted to find a way for humans and aliens to live without war. The ship landed on the planet carefully. The ground was rocky and cold. Mark and his team wore special suits to breathe and move easily. As they stepped outside, the air was different from Earth. It smelled sharp and fresh around them. Tall, strange trees grew. Their leaves shined like glass. Strange birds with bright feathers flew overhead. Mark felt a mix of fear and hope. This was a new world, full of unknown things. Suddenly, a loud sound came from the sky. A large ship appeared above them. It was the alien queen's ship. It was huge and looked very strong. From the ship, many aliens came down. They walked with power and pride. At their head was Queen Zara. She was tall and had green skin that shined. In the light, her eyes were sharp and cold. Her face showed that she did not like humans. She wore a silver crown and armor that glowed. Zara looked at Mark and his team with clear contempt. "Humans," she said with a voice that was strong and cold, "why do you come here? You are weak and small. You are not worth my time." Mark stepped forward. He did not show fear. Instead, he looked Zara in the eyes and spoke with respect. "Queen Zara, we come with peace. We want to learn from each other. War only brings pain. We believe we can find a better way." Zara laughed, a cold and loud sound. "Peace," she said. "Humans do not know peace. You live in fear and fight only for yourselves. You are nothing compared to my people." Mark did not answer quickly. He waited a moment, then said, "Maybe you are right that we are different. But humans have something strong inside. We have courage, hope, and the will to protect those we love. That makes us strong." Zara looked surprised. No human had spoken to her like this before. Most were scared and silent. Mark's calm and strong words made her curious, but she did not show it. She turned to her guards and said, "Take them to the hall of meeting. We will talk more." The humans followed the aliens through the forest. The path was bright with strange, glowing plants. Soon, they reached a large building made of smooth white stone. It was round and very tall. The doors opened slowly with a loud sound inside. The hall was wide and full of light. There were many alien leaders sitting on tall chairs. They looked at the humans with cold eyes. Mark felt the pressure, but kept calm. Queen Zara sat on a big throne at the front. She looked at Mark and said, "Tell us why humans should be trusted. Why should we not destroy your small world before you can hurt us?" Mark looked around and then spoke clearly, "Because we want to live just like you. Because we know the value of peace. Because we want to work together to protect our homes from danger." One of the alien leaders, named Thal, spoke up. "Danger? What danger do you speak of? Your world is far from ours. We have power and control here." Mark nodded. "There are threats beyond our knowledge. We have learned that in space, danger can come from anywhere if we do not unite. All worlds can be lost." The hall was silent. Zara looked thoughtful. She said, "You speak well, human, but words are easy, actions are what matter." Mark smiled a little. "I'm ready to show you what humans can do." Zara's eyes shined with a new interest. "Very well. Tomorrow, you will face a test. If you pass, I will listen to your words again." Mark bowed his head slightly. "Thank you, Queen Zara. We will do our best." That night, the humans stayed in a small room inside the hall. Mark looked out of the window at the blue sky filled with stars. He thought about the challenge that would come. He believed in his people. He believed that even though they were small, humans had the power to change the galaxy for the better.